I was going to say, speaking of collectibles, that launches into what I want to talk about next. Perfect. I want to say, Garrett, I want to say thank you.
What? Oh, yeah, sure. You're welcome.
I never, this Christmas, Garrett got me a present. He got me a turntable.
Oh, yeah.
For records. Now, I have to be honest. When I got that was like cool. It was like, wow, good gift. But I honestly thought to myself, I'm not really like a record collector. Like, I have some collector's item records that I've never heard. So that was cool.
And that was, because based on the thing alone, it's like, you're hard to shop for, number one.
Very true.
You're very hard to shop for. Now, records are kind of my thing lately.
Sure.
So I didn't want it to seem like I'm just getting Rocco something that I'm interested in that he isn't. But I know that you have, like, more than just a couple records that you've been buying over the years that you've never listened to.
Yeah, I have collector's item, like, records that I've just never heard.
I know you just got your new place, so you have room to spread out. I was like, well, at least, like, he's got room to set this up and hopefully listen to some of those records.
Right.
So, but I felt bad because I just thought, once I got it, I was stoked, but I was kind of like, I wonder how much use I'll get out of this. I felt a little bit bad, because I didn't really know about it. But now, that thing has paid off dividends because Jack White put out his new album, Lazaretto, on vinyl, and put so many different. Oh my god!
You got the thing with the angel hologram and all that.
Yeah.
You got that?
Yeah, everyone.
I watched that YouTube video on it.
Yeah,
every record that he sells has that.
That's cool. Well, it's got like a bunch of hidden shit in
it. On side 2, when the first song on side 2 has a different intro at random.
Yeah,
like when you drop the needle. I mean, it's insane.
It depends on which one you get.
Acoustic or
and then there's hidden tracks underneath the sticker, right?
On both sides.
Which I can't get to because it's
you have to destroy the label.
No, I can do that. I mean, I don't mind doing that, but it's my needle doesn't go over that far.
I think the record's ending. But anyway, so yeah, I wanted to check those out. So when we went to his live show, I bought. It was like, well, it comes with the MP3 code. I'll just get that instead of getting it any other way.
$20, so
yeah, it was $20. So I got that, and I had so much fun. Not only I cleared out a whole area for it. I hooked up the record player and messed with that thing. And before I knew it, it had been hours. It was just
sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. So now, but I was telling them I fell down the fucking rabbit hole because now there are so many things I wouldn't have noticed that I'm seeing now. Like they reissued or are this week the original Tron soundtrack from the 80s in blue translucent vinyl. And they've never released like all the tracks and stuff like that, and it's like, oh shit! Now I really want that.
Record collecting is getting so popular again, and has been like steadily for the last like maybe like 2-3 years. There's been this revival that's just exploding now.
Yeah,
and it's great because these reprints are coming out. The bummer is like shit's expensive.
Yeah.
But
when they re-release it on a special vinyl, it's like really expensive.
Yeah, that 180 gram thick, heavy ass.
Dude, I just found out the Harold and Maude soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Came out on vinyl in 2007. I bought it on a whim. It was like $30. I didn't realize they only made 2,000 of those. Whatever. They go for like $700 on eBay.
Holy
I had
shit.
no idea that I had that. So look at me.
Are you gonna sell it?
I have some.
Probably. Yeah.
I have some rare records too, but I don't know how to sell them or where you go to sell them.
eBay.
Yeah, that's true. I buy stuff off eBay.
Yeah, eBay's
eBay would be the way to go.
Yeah.
But as soon as I fell into this, like. I wanted to get like a few, and I don't need to necessarily get everything on it, but I like the collector's items.
Yeah.
And it's cool checking out like the Record Store Day version of Elephant and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I had just missed the boat because as soon as I told Kevin all this, he was like, "Yeah, what they just sold out of. Mondo, who makes those prints and stuff, put the entire Jurassic Park soundtrack on vinyl, and it was translucent. It was amber."
Oh, that's
speaking of 311 week.
Yeah.
It was amber with the mosquito within it. Like,
wow.
And they didn't make very many of them. It's like I would have probably
maybe you could
tried to get that.
Look on eBay for stuff.
Yeah,
like,
we'll see.
Hey, Record Store Day is such a clusterfuck.
Yeah, no.
So what I do now is just go on eBay that next day and start putting in bids. You're gonna pay $10 more than what you would have, but you got it.
When I used to go before, it wasn't such. I mean, now
it's so fucking
like,
popular.
You would go walk in, people like playing music in the store, but it'd be like so laid back, and I'm like having a good time. It is.
It is
crazy.
There was that one year. There was one year that everyone was out of town and gave me something.
Yeah.
Like there was something you were looking for, and somebody else, maybe my dad, and then somebody else we're all out of town, and it was just like, oh, but you're going to record store day. Like, look for this and this and this. And yeah, I went to M Theory Records, and it was seriously like dudes at least as fat as me, all like piling onto each other to get like the one Gorillaz record they got. It was like, I stood outside the door and just went,
apparently, like in LA, because we have friends that go up there.
Yeah.
And there's bigger record stores that have their shit organized.
Sure, I'm sure they got it.
And I've heard that. I mean, I had Mauricio and like Jason, Andrew Douglas, and those guys like went and got some stuff for me actually.
Oh, that's cool.
And we're successful in getting it. Everything I went to M Theory to find, nothing, got nothing. And I waited outside for 2 hours before I got it.
I'm sure like Amoeba in LA probably gets a good stock and stuff like that. Like they're pretty large. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you again. I would have never been able to check that out.
That's cool. I'm glad you checked it out. Yeah.
That was really cool. And that Jack White album. Not only I really just like the album in general, I think the music is great, but I really got to hand it to them. That got me into. I have all these collector's items records, but I never cared to play them, and that got me into like, okay, I'm actually gonna check this out and like mess with it. And stuff.
You know what freaked me out was I remembered all the features that this record had, except for one of the main ones. That on side A, you played the record inside out.
Yeah. You drop it in the middle.
So I dropped the needle and then waited, and it was just the same.
There's a locked groove at the end.
I was like, what the fuck is happening? So finally I realized what was going on, but it took me like 2 minutes to figure out what the hell was happening.
Yeah, I left. There's a locked groove on side B too, and it's crows.
Yeah.
And I left that on. I went to go run errands, and I left that on just to piss off Dominic. It was funny. But anyway.
Does Dominic have any records? I know he's into a lot of music, but the stuff he's into doesn't really. Well, maybe some.
No, he's downloading Dat Piff mixtapes. And stuff.
I got.
And burning them to vinyl.
On one of.
He has a vinyl cutter.
A vinyl cutter.
No, what?
On one of our friend Jake's recommendations, I got some footwork on records on vinyl.
Really? I didn't even know they did that.
I wonder. I should play some of that for Dominic. Some of that stuff comes out.
Yeah.